folks, welcome to the Wheels of Faith Garage YouTube channel. As I'm pulling this car in, let me ask you a quick question. What's the difference between a blue collar worker and a white collar worker? Do you give up? Okay, I'll give you the answer now. The difference is that a blue collar worker has to wash their hands before and after they go to the bathroom. Just throwing that out there. Today we're working on a Nissan Altima, it looks like. Is it Altima? It's Nissan. Yes, Altima. What year is it? I don't know. Let's see if it says it on the door. Yeet. Manufactured 10 of 16. So this is most likely a 17. 2017. And the owner is my cousin. And they wanted rear brakes put on and a Serpentine belt. I said, yeah, I can do that. Bring it on by. So we're going to knock it out real quick. Whew. Hey, that belt's buried in there. Oh, hey, what happened to the dipstick here? Not dipstick, but this isn't supposed to be this way. Things have happened here, folks. Did that used to go in there, maybe? That probably went across there. That probably went across in there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Sheesh. I see. Okay, so that's definitely not supposed to be in there like that. So we're gonna set it in here, something like that. Or maybe I'll just grab a stick. I might just have to grab a stick because I don't trust that either. Wow, that was surprising. Okay. The parts they brought us are some brake pads and a belt. So I'm assuming we're doing a pad slap. We're going to go ahead and start with the rear brakes because honestly, the rear brakes look easier to do than that Serpentine belt up front. You know, a brake job on a Saturday morning takes me back to when I was a kid, working with Dad in the garage on Saturday mornings on family's cars. Wow. Yeah, they're definitely thin. Yep. They're definitely thin. Okay. Probably wouldn't hurt to put rotors on it, but they're not the worst I've ever seen. Just got the weird corkscrew piston turner inner thingy. I don't know. Hey, it doesn't feel stuck. Let me bring you in here. So yeah, it's pretty thin. Pretty thin indeed. And like I said, the rotors aren't terrible, but they're not great, but they'll stop just fine. So what size we got up there? There's 10s, 12s, I don't know. I am so confident that it's a 12 that I only brought one socket. Oh, do not play the lottery today, Steve. You suck. My confidence is shot, so I'm not even going to try to be cocky about it. But it is a 14. It's a Toyota. Of course it's a 14. It's not terrible. Clean and lube up their slide slash bolt thingies. Give me my socket back. Give it back. Thank you. This thing's been undercoated. Well, some of it. Thing's definitely been hit in the rear. I can see some paint corrections and stuff. But overall, they don't look bad. And these are the same size, but they're with the rubber tip, one on the bottom. Rubber tip on the bottom. Oh, and sweet. It's just the kind of pushback. You just, boop. I like that. And of course our pads are going to be stuck. They're going to be stuck real good. So here you can really see how thin these pads are. And we'll compare it to the new ones. I just got to get these things out of here. No, that wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. They weren't wearing very evenly, but I've seen a lot worse. Just a little love tap. Get on out of there. Wow, that was just about metal on metal. Whew. All right, let's grab a little wire brush and clean those up, and I'll grab our lube-a-doob stuff. And Duralast Gold ceramic brake pads. Ceramic OE grade formulation. OE slots for chamfers for smooth, quiet stopping. Low dust. We got new hardware. Oh, these are the ones that never fit very well. These might have been what was on there before. Can't tell. Maybe. Nah. These were select ceramics, so these are not factory. That's for sure. And they ran the squealer on the inside. So I'm going to try to keep those matched up. There we go. So that went. This one went on the inside there. Alright, so using this hardware can go one of two ways. It's either going to go really bad or it's going to work out really well. I'm going to try to clean these up. No, I'm not. I'm going to pop them off. That was either a really good idea or a really bad idea. Something simple as a pad slap. You'd be surprised how quick it can go south on you. Especially with aftermarket brake pads. Things don't tend to fit very well in this world of aftermarket stuff. But once again, it's a Nissan, it's not a Ford, so it might actually work just fine. And that's not a hit. That's not a crack at Ford, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm a Ford guy through and through. You hear it in every video. But sometimes they really, really frustrate me. Why do we have so many of these? Okay, so it looks like we have short and long ones. Looks like definitely two shorts. So we're going to run the shorts. So it must be for a different application. Whatever. Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, let's see how they fit. Yep. Gooey. Throw a little bit on here. Oh yeah. Yep. Gooey. Well, I'll be dipped. It actually went in pretty good. All right. I'm not upset. These should be identical. Shouldn't matter. Yep, they're the same. Put a little lube, a little grease, whatever the heck you want to call it. Yep. I'm actually really impressed at how easy that just went in. Beautiful. And that'll just go right back in place there. Make sure boots are happy. And rubber went on the bottom. Clean this off. Oh, that's just beautiful. And we'll go ahead and put. Doesn't have to be a killer coating like what I'm doing here. I'm actually going to thin this out a little bit. There we go. Thin it out a little bit more. Don't need to go crazy on that. Just a nice thin coat of lube. Make everything nice and happy and slide all good. Oh, that's way nice. Beautiful. Same thing on this one. We got it, it's kind of dry and it's not terrible, but wipe it off real good. And nice thin coat. Don't need to glob it on there. Beautiful. Slide it back in. There you go. It went in really nice. I like that a lot. Snug a dog. Tight until you start to shake. Alright. Those pads are on there. We have to remember to pump up our brake pedal before we take off. It happens one time, my friends. You'll never ever forget it. I can promise you that. Alright, let's run over to the other side. And I'll high speed that one. And then we'll have that fun time of doing that serpentine belt. That's gonna suck. I just have a feeling. I got a feeling that the Serp belt's gonna suck. And obviously we're gonna go back and torque those. Ooh, this tire's not great. And on this one, we're in the same situation where the rotor does not look great, but the pads are definitely thin, so we are going to go ahead and pad slap it. It's about what the rotors look like on my truck. I've been towing with it and they stopped, so things are different. Things are different over here. We got a different kind of bolt or a nut or something back there. See if we can go ahead and get this bottom one loose, because it's the proper size. Look at the size of this one up here. So this one down here is a 14, just like our other side, but our other side was 14s on the bottom and on the top. This one up here is way bigger. What size is this? A 20. So it's probably a 19. Yeah, 19 fits on it. How can something so new have so much rust on it? Alright, you guys are going to have to back up just a wee bit. So are you guys seeing what's happening here? This bottom bolt down here is not wanting to slide out. It's most likely because of the rubber tip that's on it. It's probably got it hung up. And I'm scared if I go too far with it, it's going to want to break. And I don't want it to break. So I'm wondering, to avoid a big old issue right now, if it does turn freely and stuff, we should just leave it in there and avoid a great big hassle. Yeah, because it's not wanting to come out. So I think that's what we're going to do to avoid a big issue right now. I'm just going to leave that pin in there. If that breaks off, then we're going to need a caliper bracket. And that's going to get expensive. Nobody's got time to deal with that right now. That goes in nice. Let's grab our pads out of here. Oh my. Wow, this heat shield or backing plate is very, very rusted, and it's rubbing on the rotor. I was able to bend it back a little bit to get it off the rotor, but this pad's not wanting to fit right, and I had a feeling this was going to happen. So I have to shave a little bit off of here, maybe a little bit down there to get it to fit right. I don't know if it's just the layer of rust or what, but it's aftermarket pads, y'all. That's how it is. Alright, took off just the paint layer on both sides. I put a lot of paint on these pads. I don't know why, but somehow they go on just fine. or anything. All right, let's see if this inboard one will go in. If not, we'll have to shave the paint off of it too. Yeah, no chance. No chance. Let's clean up these ones as well. Well, now is the time for the Serpentine belt. Never done one of these, what is this, a 2.5 maybe? I don't know. It's a little 4-cylinder, like it shouldn't be that hard, right? Let's see. I gotta show you what I'm seeing though. This is insane. Do you see the belt? That's pretty much my view right there. I can kind of see the alternator and there's a belt back there. But yeah, generally you just don't see it. So we're gonna shed some light on the situation. Get some light in there, get the engine cover off, and see if we can see anything any better, because it's not looking great. Wow, what a weird setup. Wow, okay. Wow. This belt is definitely bad. That's for dang sure. Oh my, okay. Boy, this AC line could not be in a worse place at all. You know, I'm kind of wondering if it'd be easier to do this from underneath. I would imagine there's a lot of plastics under there. But I think that's gonna be just about the only way to do that. I'll give you a little bit of movement in here. Might be just enough. I'm trying to get a view of our tensioner pulley. See how it tensions. Which I think I have a visual on now. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, let's see what we can see or not see. Kind of just depending on what we're looking at. I'm assuming this cover right here is gonna have to come off. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that right now. I almost bet you right behind here we'll be able to see our belt. Can we get a sneak peek? Yeah, okay. Let me grab a flathead screwdriver. Oh, these clips again. Come on now. Oh, water just went in my mouth. You know what? I have new clips. I'm just gonna try to, I just gotta get these off. Oh, that's coolant. Do I see coolant right here? Oh my. Well, this car's been through some stuff. My goodness. Like I said, I have new clips, so I'm not worried about breaking these. Got a whole stash of them just for instances like this. A Framaham. It's a Fram. Okay, well, we can see our crank pulley part of it anyway. Can't really get back in here yet. Oh my. Well, we're just gonna have to work on getting more of these plastics out of the way. That's the only thing I can think of. At least get this corner. Yes, our belt goes in that way. So if we can get this corner piece, and kind of peel that back, we should be in better shape. Oh, way better. Way better. Hello. I for real just found these laying on the floor. I don't know where they came from. I'm like, hey, might as well use them. Just, it's right there. Well, look at that. There's so much plastic under here. Crazy. I might have to go grab my socket and my screw gun, because if there's too many more of these guys right here, it might be worth grabbing the sockets and all the things. Well, this car's been through some heck and back, I tell you. Alright, does that give us enough? Is this part of the whole flipping underside here? Oh my gosh, it is. This is all one huge piece. Well, that doesn't make it nice for serviceability, does it? Sure don't. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. So just for fun, I'm going to try to use this. It's actually a Serpentine belt tool. Not very good too often because it requires such a swing. But I'll at least see if it's the proper size, which I can't even do from up here. Literally the only thing I'm going to do from up here is slip the belt onto the alternator. Everything else is going to have to be done underneath. And there's not a lot of room underneath. Oh, that's cool. There's like a keyway. So you can lock that open like that. Or if I can find something to put in there. That would be amazing. Well, there's no way around it. I gotta get this the rest of the way off. Hang on, do you guys see that? Right up here, there's holes that whenever you get this pulled back, you can put a bolt or something through there and that keeps it locked in. Oh, that's a beautiful feature. All right, let me go up top and unhook it from the alternator. What's that, the water pump? Yep, there we go. Wow. That was a disaster. Whew. So, obviously, as you can tell, I've never done this before on a Nissan. I've done belts and stuff, sure, but like I said, my entire background is mostly all Ford. So, pretty much anything we do in the shop that's not Ford, it's going to be my first time. So, we're just figuring it out together, having some fun. These appear to be the same size. Check that belt out, though. There's pieces of it gone. Alright. Well, let's get this back on and we'll put all the new clips in all of the fender wells and underbody shields and... Oh, gosh, there's just so much stuff. Just to get to a belt. Way to go, Nissan. Way to go. We're just going to fish our belt up. So I can go up there and get it up on the alternator. There's just so much room. Okay. Okay. Looks like we just need to go around the AC compressor. she is. Feels like it anyways. Oh, there it definitely went. Okay. So we're around our crank. We're around our AC compressor. We're around our tensioner. And go up top real quick one more time and just double check that we're around our water pump and our alternator. Good. Now we can put our tensioner back on. Well, now we'll just go ahead and put all the inner fender wells back in, the underbody shield, get all that clipped back into place. Let me grab some clips. Finally got all the plastics back on. All new clips. I got water in my eye. I got crap in my eye. But it's alright. We got it done. Yes. Okay. Let's clean up. Let's clean up and go for a quick drive. Make sure the brakes feel good. And then we'll get a hold of the owner and have him come pick it up. And we're going to remember to pump up our brakes real quick before we pull it out. Stay. The 07 Honda here is got a little belt squeak too. Into that. It's always something. Hopefully there's nothing leaking onto the belt, hopefully. Okay. Like I said, we're going to remember to pump our brakes. Pump our brakes. Pump our brakes. Nothing dirty on them. Oh, this thing's so comfortable. Pumping up our brakes. Okay, got a firm pedal. All right. I don't, I'll be really impressed. They said they go 403 feet, but that's uninterrupted. Uninterrupted by car, houses, the whole neighborhood. I just want to run around the block here real quick and make sure everything feels good. Huh, do we auto reconnect? That's nice. Well, the belt is not chirping on this one anymore. So there's probably just water in there from all this rain that we've had. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's recap. We did rear brake pads, and the rotors were not in great shape, but they're still usable. So whenever we go to do the rear brakes again, or the customer goes and has them redone, probably going to need caliper brackets and pins, because I have a feeling that one lower pin on the left rear is going to want to break. Excuse me, trying to get it out. So we just pad slap the rears, and then on the front, the Serpentine belt. The old one was definitely bad. We got the new one on there. Had to remove all kinds of plastics to get down to it. When we finally made our way down to it, we found out we could actually lock it in the release position, which is really cool. We utilized that feature. Got our belt on there, got the inner fender wells back in, and the underbody shields and stuff. All new hardware, new clips for that. And that's all back together. We started it, confirmed that the belt is on all of the pulleys properly, and it's running nice and straight. And we ran around the block. The brakes felt good, they sounded good. And that vehicle's all good to go. So I'll let the owner know, and they can come and get it, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, I'm gonna get cleaned up. We got a thing to go to tonight, so I'll catch y'all on the next one. Stay crisp. And just a fun little side note. This was the first repair I've done in this garage, nicotine free. It's pretty cool. Thanks for being here with me on that one. We'll see you.